Okay, I think we are already on YouTube. Hello, everybody from YouTube. I'm Fernanda, and I will guide this conversation today. Just before we start, I would like to explain a little bit about Talk and Talk. Here we are a platform where you can practice different languages as English, Spanish, French, Italian, and German. So it's a good place for keep the fluency and also meet new people. And before we start with the questions, normally we do like a personal presentation to press this part too. So I will uh, do mine. For those who doesn't know me, I'm Fernanda. I live in São Paulo, here in Brazil. I work as a Spanish teacher. Uh, I I did a career transition. The past I used to work as a financial analyst, and I guide here English and French conversations. I think that's it. And you, Aurelio, could you introduce yourself?
Yes.
Hello.
Hi, everyone. I'm Aurelio. I'm 55 years old. I was born in Italy. I live in Italy. I'm an Italian 100%. I'm a normal worker, nothing special. And I'm married with a very beautiful girl, blonde girl. I love my wife. And I stay here because I think that is the best place to practice different languages. I'm host for the Italian meeting on Wednesday. I speak Italian because I'm mother tongue, Italian mother tongue, Spanish, English, Italian language science. And the last September, I started to study Chinese. Actually, I studied Chinese with a mother tongue, Chinese mother tongue, but she explained and helped me in English. It's so difficult, but never give up, guys. See you.
Oh, great, Aurelio. Thank you. I'm studying Italian, Aurelio, so I'm preparing myself to go to your immersion. Okay, I will go someday. Thank you. And what about you, Marcus? Could you present yourself, please?
Okay, hello guys, I'm Marcos. As Fernanda, I live in São Paulo, Brazil. I'm 48 years old. I'm married. As Aurelio, I love my wife too. I am a father of two daughters. They are twins and they are teenagers. So we have a lot of movement at home. I work with technology. Actually, I'm a project manager and I'm here in Talk and Talk since last August. I'm I'm just practicing English. I'm here to get my confidence to speaking, and I think in the near future I will start studying Spanish and Italian. I don't know if I'll be in the mood for Chinese. It's so different, but who knows what the future reserves to us, right? That's it, guys, about me.
Oh, thank you, Marcus. How long you participate here? I don't remember if you mentioned.
Um, 4 to 5 months since August,
Okay.
since last
Yeah,
August.
great.
And I'm hosting immersion since last December.
Great. Um, what time is your immersion, Marcus?
The next one, after this
Okay,
7
great.
p.m. on Thursdays, and on February I will start uh, a new schedule on Tuesdays, 6 p.m.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you, Marcus. It's a it's two.
It will be
What
two.
time this? Great. I think I can participate. It's a good schedule for me. I will try to go.
Okay, great.
Um, Thank you. And what about you, Wanda? Could you present yourself? Hello.
Okay, hello everyone. I'm Wanda from Niterói, Rio de Janeiro. Today is really hot here. Oh my gosh. I'm married, two sons, one grandson, one daughter-in-law, and two cats. I'm a dentist. What else? Yes, is that for now.
Oh, great. Thank you, Wanda, for the presentation. Always good to know more about you. And now, Beatriz, could you present yourself, please? Hello.
Hello, everyone. I am Beatriz. I am 32 years old. I am from São Paulo, but I live in Portugal. Have 1 year. I live in with my husband and my daughter. She is 2 years old. I have a degree in accounting and MBA in business management. In my last job, I was financial manager, and in this moment I don't work. Only I improve my English and I make other courses too for improve my skills in job.
Oh, great. Thank you, Bia, for the presentation. So guys, I think I will start with the questions. Today, as I think it's like different questions. So I will start here the first one. What topics do you find most interesting to discuss with friends or family? For me, I think about travel experiences and also about the routine. I like to talk with my family and friends. And what about you, Bia?
Me too. Normally I asking with my family about the travel. My parents travel a lot, and I listen about adventures in your holidays. With my friends nowadays, I speaking with children because we have children's the age similar. In this time, it's more common with this topic.
Oh, great, Bia. Thank you for the answer. And what about you, Aurelio? Aurelio. Oh my God.
No, don't worry. This question is so difficult for me because regarding this question is so difficult for me because the people normal have different interest regarding the topics of my interest in. My friends prefer to speak, you can imagine, sex, cars, play football, work, or politics. And for me, this is so difficult because sometimes I think that I'm a strange person because I have a different interest. I like the human space flight. I like the science, the astronomy, the astrophysics, all technician. I like to study different languages for passion, but no one have the same interesting regarding my interesting. With my wife, with my family, and normally I speak regarding my life in the work, the problems that I found in the work or example I can speak with them regarding my sport activity because I do three different sports but in my family no one to do a sport is so difficult but fortunately I can tell that this person is now my friend. Most recently I met with a person like me in the same age and this person have the same my interesting and this is good because In this way, I have the possibility to speak with other people regarding the same topics that we have interesting. In fact, one times a week we talk each other we via phone, and we speak for an hour and a half, and this is good because for me is a great satisfaction. With my friend, yes, I have a group of very important people for me, my friends. We stay together, but normally I prefer to stay together and to listen our discussion. I prefer to listen and not to speak regarding the cars because I haven't interesting regarding the cars. I don't like they play football and other. You can imagine. That's it.
Oh, great, Sarah. I understand what you talk about. Sometimes the friends have different I don't know, interests or difference of ours. So I think it happens a lot. And what about you, Marcos, about this question?
Depend on the group. With some friends, I like to talk about a common passion. I don't know if you are listening to me. Oh, okay.
Yes, we are.
Your video screen of all of you were frozen. I think that my internet connection has failed, but okay, it's now okay. So I was talking about a special group of friends that we share a common passion about cooking, drinking wine. So it's special when we can meet because we talk about this, we taste, we prepare food. Sometimes we try to eat some Italian recipes. I'm a big fan of risotto. I know that not the entire Italy cooks risotto, but for us in Brazil, risotto is like an Italian flagship dish. And with my family, with my father especially, I love to talk about sports, especially soccer and politics. I love the way he he sees these topics and the way he has a critical point of view. With some friends, we talk about kids' education. With others, we talk about uh, financial education, investments. So I think that the most important is to meet people, to be together and talk about. Of course, there are some subjects that are most important for one group than another, or don't need another. But for me, I love to be together with people, to be in touch with people. So I'm ready to talk about almost everything.
Oh, that's great. I think it's really interesting. People that can talk about different subjects. It's really good. And now, Wanda, what do you think about this question?
Yeah, I agree with Marcos because depends of the group. If I talk with my friends, I used to talk about life and our heart, deep heart, and we talk about our minds, our connection with the world. And when I talk with my family, usually we talk about series and movies and things like routines. And is that when I talk with my patients, I talk about sorrow, I talk about treatment, I talk about that things. I think it is depend of the group. I love to talk about life and things inside my mind. Is that?
Oh, great, Vanda. Thank you for the answer. Um, and I think I will go for the next here, as we all answered. So, question number 2. How do you choose topics to talk about when meeting new people? For you, Wanda, how is it? How is it? How do you choose new topics to
I
talk?
think when I meeting new people, I used to talk about small things like weather, like I think food. Easy talking is more interesting for the first contact. And when the time pass, I think we can bring it to deep the conversation. But new people is if we are in a party, for example, we talk about the party, the decoration, the drink, the food, things like that, small things.
And do you think it's difficult, like, to keep the conversation uh,
It's
with
not
people,
difficult
or
because
no?
you start with the weather and clothes and drink and food, things like all the people know about and all the people have the same feelings about and don't get like politics, for example, and they have passions and it's not good for the first conversation, I think.
Yeah, it's better to not talk about it. Um, Grace, thank you, Wanda. And what about you, Marcus, about this question?
I think I use the same strategy as Vanda. I try asking open questions, choosing smooth subjects so we can change some words. I can know a bit more about that new person's mood, and after a while we can engage in different topics. But that's it. Talk about the weather, talk about if I'm in a conference or in a party, talk about that. And so we see where that conversation will leave us.
Yeah, that's right. I think it depends, like if the person is open or not to keep the conversation also. So but it's good that we take the first step maybe and start with these topics that you mentioned. Um, Great. So, and what about you, Bia?
I use the same strategy of Wanda and Marcos. I I use general questions if day by day and depending the context, no. And I hope to pass the time and feel more open with the person for the specific questions. Don't don't be, I don't know in English, but invasivo. I think this.
Yeah, we need to be careful to not
Careful.
take the space of the others. I
Yes.
agree, Bia. Um, and now, Aurelio, What about
Uh,
you?
Yes, I use the same strategy that the other people in this meeting, but different. I normally with the people, example in the work situation, I speak regarding my situation because I'm so close to the retirement, and this is good because I working for a whole life. Now I'm so close to retired, and I hope to go so fast and to have a lot of free time for me. But normally I speak in general regarding the topics, or in particular here in Italy nowadays we have a big problems regarding the immigrants, regarding the situation for their retirement, and regarding the problem that we have with our politician and our govern, because the situation is not excellent here. But we hope to change in the next future, and that's it. We speak regarding the weather, the working situation, the family in general, or now we speak regarding the last holidays, because we started to work 2, 3 weeks ago. We are in our mind, we have the last holidays. It's a normal for us to speak regarding this topic. That's it.
Oh, great. Thank you, Aurélio, for the answer. Um, so guys, I think I go for one more question as we all answered the last one. Um, and about the question, I agree with you. I don't know if I answered. I agree with you. Normally, it's the kind of topic that I talk, like the weather, simple things, just to start the conversation. But I have a little bit difficult to keep the conversation going. So something that I need to improve, maybe. Don't know. So here the next one. Do you prefer talking about light and fun topics or more serious and deep ones? For me, I think I prefer talking about fun topics, light ones, because it's more simple. But it depends on what what mood I am in the day. But normally, in general, I prefer to talk about light topics. And what about you, Aurelio, of this question?
Yes, this question the same like the first question. It's so difficult because nowadays with people it's normal to speak regarding the movies in TV, the series TV, but I don't like to watch the movie. Yes, I watch normally I use YouTube, and I see all types of documentary historic documentary technician in a different languages. I don't watch and listen the movie in Italian languages. I prefer to see the movie, the documentary in a different languages, because in this way I can improve step by step so fast. But normally, with the people, example, in this period of time, the people here prefer to speak regarding the Big Brothers talking, the show Big Brothers, the famous people, islands, and other types of, in my opinion, very stupid program. I don't like. I prefer
I
to look.
totally agree.
Yes, but now
Totally
the
agree.
people prefer to speak, or if the people speak, example, my friends speak regarding the football. I haven't interesting regarding the football. I stay. I do the impression to have interesting regarding this topic, but in the reality, I think in my mind regarding other topics, regarding my future activity or other. But it's so I prefer to stay in silent and to listen. But in reality, I don't listen the topics. But I like to stay with my friends because we very all weeks I can explain this week in this way. All weeks we go together at the restaurant, and it's a very beautiful moment for me. That's it.
Oh, great. And you mentioned about documentaries. What you have a favorite one that you always watch?
Yes, actually, I see all types of the documentary regarding the astrophysics topic or astronomy topic, and in particular, this in English languages. In Spanish language, I see all two different YouTube channel where there are the archaeologists that explain all the Roman Empire story in Spanish, and it is very interesting because here in Italy we have a lot of monument regarding the ancient Roman Empire, and this is so incredible and so interesting for me. And I started to see the not the documentary but the movie for the baby in Chinese, but I don't understand nothing now. But step after step, I can start to understand something. That's it.
Oh, it's the beginning of the studies. We need to keep the contact with the language. I understand. Oh, great. Thank you, Aurelio. And about the question we were discussing, what do you think, Marcus, about this? What topic do you prefer to talk?
I think there are time for each one. Sometimes I would love to talk about light and fun topics, to laughing a lot. But if I have to choose just one, I prefer deep conversations. I think they are more interesting. They can give us the opportunity to get to know each other, create deep links. So while I truly believe that there are time for each one, if I had to choose, I prefer to have deep and serial conversations. I think we learn more, we create these connections. That's it.
Yeah. And do you have specific people from your I don't know, you have specific people that you know you can talk about topics more deep.
Yes,
It's not with everybody, right?
with my wife, with my father, with some friends.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Marcus. And what about you, Wanda? What do you think about this question?
Yeah, I think both is interesting. Depends of my mood, depends of the group of that I stay together, and depends if we drink wine or beer or caipirinha or and depends of many things depends. But I'm like Marcus. If I need to choose one, I prefer deep conversation because it's more interesting. We open our mind, and we have more opportunity to change our point of view. Is really interesting. But I love have fun and um, stay together with my friends and laugh a lot. Yeah, both are interesting.
Yeah, I think as we mentioned, it depends, right, of the people we are talking, the moment. It depends a little bit. Great. And what about you, Bia, about this question?
Um, Lately, I like to talk about both subjectives. I am told the most reflective period of my life, and sometimes I find the answer in both light or in deep conversation. And I think it's a similar, Wanda, depending the time, depending in case. I like the both, but in the deep conversation, you have opportunity to open uh, your mind. I like this too. I I am in this moment for reflection with my life, in my choose, in my challenge. I like this.
Oh, great. Um, ah, I don't have more comments. I will go for the next one. Um, do you like debating controversial topics or prefer to avoid them? Pia, I will start with you. What do you prefer?
Nowadays, I avoid debating controversial topics because I don't like controversy, and many people don't like reading other people's opinions. So I avoid it. Sincerely, nowadays I am lazy about people who don't respect opinions, and I don't I avoid.
Yes, to avoid like a discussion, right? It's better not
Yes.
to talk with them. Oh, I agree with you, Bia. I think in my case, I prefer to avoid these polemic topics. Great. And what about you, Marcus?
Depends with whom I'm talking. If I'm talking with someone I know, if I feel comfortable, I love to discuss controversial topics because, as Wanda said before, we can learn through different point of views. But in open spaces with people who I am not familiar to, I avoid. I have a good habit to be a good listener. In this case, I use this avatar as a good listener, and I just listen and shake my head. Okay, agree, and I will not say nothing because in these cases, uh, controversial topics can lead to unexpected situations, and I prefer to avoid. But as I told you at the beginning, I love these situations when I am with people who I trust because we have deep conversations, we learn together, we expand our boundaries through that subject. That
Oh,
is that is that case that consultants the common answer for consultants always depends. In this case, depend on whom we are talking to.
yeah, that's right. And we need to be careful because sometimes people can take for person personal, I don't know.
Yes.
So something we talk. So normally with people that we have more contact, it's easier to talk about these topics, maybe. I agree. And what about you, Aurelio, about this question?
I like Beatrice because I prefer my time is so important for me, and I prefer to avoid this discussion, these topics, because I don't like to waste my time. And for this reason, if I can, I prefer to avoid. If I haven't a possibility to avoid, I search to reduce this discussion to don't spend my time without a reason for me. This is my opinion now. That's it.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we have we don't have so much time during the day, so we need to really take care of our time. And what about you, Wanda, about this question?
Yeah, I prefer avoid this kind of conversation because we get debating, and finally we lost the friendship, we lost many things, and people get with them thoughts. We it's impossible to change mind when is a, for example, a political theme. I think it is really difficult, and I don't like to talk about politics. I like, if I, like Mark said, if I know the person and we discuss with respectful words, and I can hear all the words of the other people, other person, and the person who hear my words too, and is a respectful kind of conversation about a controversial topic. But if it get hot and get all the people try to scream, I avoid. I hate screams and interrupting things, and I hate this kind of conversation. Like Aurel said, my time is so interesting to spend with this kind of thing.
Oh, I have one question for you. When you mentioned you don't like so much talking about politics, but you like try to be informed and see the news about it, about what is happening, or you, oh, okay, I don't like to talk about it and I don't see anything.
I like to see both bubbles. Here in Brazil, we have two bubbles, and right wing and left wing. And I like to see both and think about and get my mind out of that bubbles. I want to think about for myself.
Yeah, it's like we need to understand what is happening, but maybe sometimes we don't have like a side, right? We just
Yeah.
need to understand what's happening. Yeah, I agree. Great. I think everybody answered, right? This last question. Yes, I will go for the question number 5. How do you keep conversations interesting, especially in groups? I would like to know from Marcus. You have facility for keep the conversations. How do you do this?
I think we have to consider everyone's opinions, everyone's point of view. So I try to ask a lot. I try to give people space to show their opinion, to participate. I try to pay attention to someone who is talking less because he's quiet, is shy, but is willing to talk more. And I will invite. And I think in this, when I do this, usually in group we can have interesting conversations. I don't like the situation where just one person is talking about, just like a workshop. If I wanted to listen to a workshop, I choose one, I pay for them and go there. If I'm in group, I want a live conversation. I wanted to talk, I wanted to listen. So if I have to, I'm the charge of facilitating, so I will give all the people involved the same space. As in, that's that popular saying in Brazil, we have 2 ears and just one mouth. We have to listen twice we talk. That's it.
Yes, I agree. It's like a little bit boring when you are in the group and just one person speaks. So I agree with you. And Aureli, what about you about this question? What do you think?
It's so difficult or impossible to find a group of people that speak an interesting topic because normally my friend at the end of the week speak regarding the football because here in Italy the football is the principal is the national sport and
Same in Brazil.
yeah. But for me, it's not good because I haven't interesting regarding the football. And normally, I'm always present, but I can tell you that I'm a silent person because I listen a lot, but in this situation, I prefer to avoid to speak. Normally, there is a proverb says that here that says the wise man speaks only when spoken to. I haven't the idea if is my case, but I prefer to stay together the people or my friends to listen. But if I haven't interesting regarding this topic, I haven't the possibility to talk regarding this topic because I don't know the topics. But I like to stay together the other people because I have the possibility to understand the different characteristic of the people, and this is so interesting because in this way you can understand the people what is inside, and you have the possibility to understand very deeply the people or the person, singular person. That's it.
Oh, great. Thank you, Aureli, for your answer. And I agree that sometimes it's difficult to find people that talk interesting things. And what about you, Wanda?
I think we need to get in eye contact because if people talk and we see the mobile phone or another kind of thing, I think people get shy and get boring, and the conversation is over. I contact and ask for people more explanation, like and now, how do you feel? Things like that to push the conversation more and to get a person more comfortable to explain their feelings. I think these two tips is great tips to take the conversation, take a good conversation. Eye contact and ask about things for other people.
For you, it's easy. Keep the eye contact.
Yes.
It's okay.
All the time that I talk with another person, I talk in eye contact.
Oh, great. I have a little bit difficult with this. That's why I ask it.
But it is
But
a kind of necessary.
yes, yes. Don't know. Sometimes it feels like I'm judging or something like that. Um, and what about you, Bia?
I try to keep some common subject that people like to talk about or discuss. I think it depends if the group you stay in this moment. But I believe that in every way of socializing there in some subject that connects people. And you need thinking. Don't don't transform this one. How do you, Mark, say in mentoring?
Workshop.
I workshop, but don't don't is easy. But I think normally when you stay in one determined group, you know about some subjects the person connect one on one.
Yes, and you think you are normally the person who speaks more, or you prefer to listen?
No, I prefer our people speaking. Put your
Yes.
opinions, your points. I like this. I
Mhm.
like listening
Yeah.
opinions because you grow with others if you stay open for this.
Yes, I agree with you. It's not like I don't know a course or something like that. Just the teacher, just the person that is teaching is talking. It's like boring in the informal conversation. This thing. Um, well, guys, I will not do more question. I would like to know from you how was the conversation. I um. Since there's a long time to see Aurelio, and I think I never talked with Marcus, I don't remember. How was it for you, Marcus, the conversation?
I think it was great time as usually here in Talk and Talk. Thank you, Fernanda, for facilitating here in place replacing Philippe. I think you did an amazing job here.
Oh, thank you.
Loved the topic, loved the way you shared your ideas and invite us to do the same.
Great, great. Thank you, Marcus. And what about you, Aurelio? How was the conversation for you?
I like to stay in the meetings in general here on Talk and Talk, and every topic is always interesting. In fact, now I think that I can use this topic in my Italian meeting in the next weeks because it's so interesting and is very good because it's always so different. It's so difficult to find a good topic that we can use in our meetings. In this good, but in this case, I like to stay with us because I have the possibility to understand a different opinion, and I can discover very interesting information. I love talk and talk, and I like to tell this every time. If I have the possibility, I always present every day in the weeks, start to Monday and finish to Sunday, if I can. You think that the last years I did 192 meetings in 3 different languages. It's in
Wow.
Italian, English, and Spanish. It's so incredible. I like to stay here. It's an incredible place. That's it.
Yes, I agree with you, Aurelio. I think the first time I hear you speaking in English, it's pretty good. And what about you, Wanda?
Yeah, I love it. Um, it's so interesting to discuss many things. Always here is a really good time to open mind, to get to do network, and to have new friends and new opinions. And you are a good host here, and thank you for that possibility for us.
Oh, thank you. It was really good for me too, like guiding the conversation. This topic was really good. Like different questions. I think it was really interesting. And for finishing, and for you, Bia, how was the conversation?
I like it. Thank you for your conduction. I enjoyed listening to your points, your opinions. I like the conversation. Thank you.
Okay, guys, I'm glad you all enjoyed. I wish you a great day and hope you see you again in other conversations here for English, okay? Thank you so much and
Okay.
see you.
Bye
See
bye,
you.
guys.
Thank you,
Bye
guys.
bye.
See you.
Bye
See
Bye bye.
bye.
you.